Hello again, and welcome back to the Scholarship Network. I'm so glad you decided to join me today because I have a great scholarship for you today, so please stay tuned. And before I move on, please like this video, share, and hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I post new videos. Now, let's get started. The scholarship that I have for you today is called the Boule Foundation Scholarship. It is called the Boule Foundation Scholarship. The Boule Foundation, in conjunction with the United Negro College Fund, will provide an annual $4,000 merit-based scholarship to entering college freshman students of African descent attending a 4-year accredited nonprofit degree-granting college or university of their choice. Applicants for the program must meet the following criteria. You must possess a minimum cumulative GPA of a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. So you must have a 3.0 GPA. You must be of African descent. You must be a graduating senior from high school in the spring of 2022 and entering college as a full-time freshman in the fall of 2022. You must be a citizen or permanent resident of the United States from one of the areas that I'm going to list here in a minute, or you can be a resident of London, England, or a citizen of the Bahamas. So you must be either a permanent resident of the United States, a resident of London, England, or a citizen of the Bahamas. Now they have a few categories here for citizenship. So Area 1, and they have them divided into areas. So Area 1 is Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, London, the United Kingdom, Vermont, and Virginia. Area 2 is Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nassau, Bahamas, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Area 3 is Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Area 4 is Colorado, Idaho, Kansas, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. And Area 5 is Alaska, Arizona, California, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington. So if you're from one of these areas, you are in the eligibility running. Now let's talk about application requirements. Students will need to complete an online application. So you'll need to get on the United Negro College Fund's website to register for the online application. So you want to make sure you get on and look at the application and make sure you know everything you're supposed to submit. Now, you must submit one letter of recommendation from a high school administrator or teacher, no exceptions. So they've placed emphasis on this letter of recommendation from a high school administrator or teacher, which means that if you do not include this particular letter of recommendation, you will not be considered for the scholarship. So you must submit one letter of recommendation from a high school administrator or teacher. You must also indicate participation in extracurricular activities, academic civic honors and awards, community service, and work experience. So if you're not doing some of these items, you need to get involved in extracurricular activities in school. You need to get involved in community service. You need to get competitive because you need to display that you are ambitious. So you need some academic and civic honors and awards. And if you don't have a job, get a job because you need some work experience. The scholarship committee wants to see that you take initiative, that you're a leader, that you're responsible, that you're ambitious. And these extracurricular activities, these honors and awards, community service, and work experience, all of these things will show the scholarship committee how ambitious and motivated you are. Students must also answer both of the following essay questions. So you have 2 essay questions that you must answer. It's not optional. The first essay question is: describe an experience you have had, a person who has influenced you, or an obstacle you have overcome, and explain why this was meaningful to you. And the other essay question is: provide a 1-page statement of your career interests. Now, if you have difficulty writing essays, you need to get with your English teacher and ask your English teacher to help you with the writing portion of this scholarship. So you must answer these 2 questions, and they must be in essay format. Now, let's talk about the scholarship program renewability. Selected students will receive a $4,000 merit-based scholarship in the fall of 2022. The Boule Foundation Scholarship is a renewable program based on availability of funds and provided students continue to meet the following eligibility criteria. You must maintain a GPA of 2.7 or better on a 4-point scale, and you must enroll full-time at an accredited 4-year college or university. So this scholarship, you can receive this scholarship every year providing that you maintain a 2.7 GPA and you enroll every year full-time at an accredited 4-year college or university. So it is imperative that if you get this scholarship, it is imperative that you maintain a GPA of a 2.7 so that you can receive this scholarship every year that you're in college. All right, now let's move on. Let's get some more information about the letter of recommendation and the reference instructions. A letter of recommendation from a high school teacher or a high school administrator is required to complete this application. The letter of recommendation must be made through the online application system and must be received by the application due date. Emailed letters of recommendation will not be accepted. So basically what they're saying here is that it is imperative that you follow their instructions. Okay, going about this a different way is not going to get you the scholarship. So the expectation is that you complete and submit your letter of recommendation online through their online application system. And you must meet their deadline. If you don't meet their deadline, then you will not be considered for this scholarship. And again, emailed letters of recommendations will not be accepted. Applicants should give the recommender ample time to complete the letter of recommendation by entering all recommender information, name and email as early as possible. The recommender will be sent automated instructions at the email address provided to submit the letter of recommendation in the applicant's system. So, whoever you're going to ask to write you a letter of recommendation, you have to submit that person's information, contact information, in their online system. And then from there, the scholarship committee will send a link to the person that you asked to write your letter of recommendation. Now, do not wait until the last minute to ask someone to write you a letter of recommendation. You want to give them plenty of time to write a good letter of recommendation for you because they have to get that letter of recommendation written and submitted by the deadline as well. So you do not want to wait until the last minute to ask for a letter of recommendation from a school administrator or a teacher. Applicants will receive invite references reminders until a recommender is invited. If the recommender did not receive the automated instructions, they can follow the attached instruction on the right hand of the panel page of their website. Now, let me reiterate this, and I've been saying this already. Incomplete applications will not be considered. You have to do everything that they ask for. Applicants who have submitted complete applications will be notified of a scholarship decision within 8 weeks after the application due date. All application materials must be received by the application deadline of March 31st, 2022. So the deadline for this scholarship is March 31st, 2022. So you still have a few days, but I would get on it if I were you. And again, the decision will be given within 8 weeks after the application due date. So you want to get everything done. You want to get on the website, register, look at the online application, read everything, make sure you know everything you're supposed to put in the application, letters of recommendation, information about your extracurricular activities, work experience, community service, and things of that nature. I will put the link to this scholarship in the description below. And please, please, please make sure you know everything that you need to do. Talk to all of the people you need to talk to, your English teacher, a school administrator, a school teacher, to get help in applying for this scholarship. Now that is all I have for you today. Thank you again for joining me. Please again like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. Let me know if this information was helpful to you. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another episode of the Scholarship Network.